It's the 1990s, and the current Nintendo console is nearing the end of its life. That console, of course, being the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, or the SNES, or the SNES, or some freaks say the SNES. I don't know why they do that. But Nintendo decided to breathe a little bit of new life into the console nearing its end by giving us a Nintendo Direct for today. Right there, the date, it says March 27th, 1995, which is the date that's going to fluctuate throughout the course of this bit. I am going to watch this, and I'm going to stream my face watching it to your face, because it's the 1990s. The PlayStation has graced us with its presence. It's dominating the world. Sega's doing its whatever, its thing. The Saturn's out, I think. Time's getting mixed up a little bit. Yeah, so Nintendo dropped this last minute before they announced the next console, which of course is the N64. They decided to show what's left of the software offerings for the current Nintendo, which is the SNES. Mashana's here, about ready to see what the Super Nintendo has to offer in mere moments. And she is doing so while working. I very much appreciate your presence, Mashana. This is not Digimon. I apologize. Digimon, of course, a 90s property, which it is the 90s. We are watching this in the 90s. I cannot wait to see what pixels are in store for me today to be housed within a cartridge that I can slap it. Insert. I'm not going to slap it because I take care of my consoles. Insert gently into my console. My Super Nintendo console that is attached via composite cables into my CRT TV. Actually, yes. Yes, I believe that's right. It's been a while. I think that's how I hooked that up. I hook it up into my VCR, and I turn the channel to 3 and turn on my VCR, and then set the VCR mode to video, and then turn on my Super Nintendo. That is how I do it. That's how I play games today in the 90s. Which is the year that it currently is. A Super Game Boy 2, the Super Game Boy, of course, the adapter, the cartridge adapter that you place inside the Super Nintendo that allows you to play Game Boy games, contemporary system, handheld system, Game Boy, the games. You can play those cartridges in the Super Game Boy. And it even gives them a little bit of color. You can adjust the color and everything. It's beautiful, beautiful thing. And maybe they will announce another one of those. That would be cool. What would they do to make it better? Even more color. Even more color. That would be cool. Otherwise, it pretty much does exactly what it needs to do, so I'm not sure. But, you know, oh, what if they make the cartridge a different color? Oh my goodness, we're starting. And this is the ESRB, of course, recently founded. That is very loud. Here we go. Super Nintendo Direct. Says it right there. The Super is in white, so you can't see it. Okay. This is clearly not gameplay, because this could not run on the Super Nintendo, but... let me think. Maybe this is... this could almost run on a Super Nintendo. This isn't too far off. So this almost works, what I'm doing here. What do we got here? Some kind of role-playing game, Final Fantasy-esque. The recent release of Final Fantasy VI has been blowing up, so it's only natural that other companies would pursue the success. Chase it. I should recognize this music. I currently don't, though. Why not? What do you got to say to me, little girl in cape? Nothing. Little girl in cape of few words. I can't wait to play Dragon Quest 3, 1 and 2. You filled me with the Roman numerals right next to each other. Dragon Quest 1 and 2 remake for the Super Nintendo.
I'm Shinya Takahashi, and I'll be your guide for
Shinya Takahashi, they apparently got a new president of Nintendo, and there he is.
Today, we'll be providing information on upcoming Nintendo Switch games.
Can't wait. Nintendo Switch. I'm not
Also
switching
have
from my
Nintendo
Nintendo.
Direct for Nintendo
My
Switch
Super
2
Nintendo.
on April 2nd. So
Oh,
please tune in for that.
Nintendo
as well.
Switch 2. You mean the Nintendo 64 being
What you
announced
just
next
saw
week? Can't
was
wait.
Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D remake. from
Real
Square
talk, and I
Enix.
can actually talk as if it's still the 90s. I didn't play
Another
much of Dragon
character
Quest
appeared
1
at
and
the
2.
end.
I'm not much of a Dragon
What kind
Quest
of
guy.
adventure
Those games are
awaits?
too
We
simplistic for
hope
me.
you're
I don't know.
excited for more information in the future.
Both in narrative and gameplay wise, they
Okay,
don't really do it for
let's
me.
see the first batch of headlines.
That's probably a controversial take. That's it.
Escape from dire straits.
Oh, I'll escape from dire straits on my Super Nintendo in the 1990s. Whoa, geez, that's bleak.
2 minutes until
This is an
oxygen
animation they
zero.
made for the game that they're going to advertise for the Super Nintendo. Man, is this more anime nonsense? I broke character a little bit. But man, every Switch Direct looks like this
The
now.
latest entry in the The Somnium Files series is stirring.
It's either some pixel
You are
remaster
Konami Date,
Japanese
a
RPG
special
thing.
agent with a sophisticated
anime.
AI called Aiba embedded in his left eye. Your mission is to track down Iris, an internet idol who has been
Sentient
trapped in
body
a
part,
mysterious
also an
escape.
anime staple.
Conduct interviews to
You know what?
investigate Iris's whereabouts. Dive into a
Nothing wrong with
subject's
that.
dreams to reveal clues hidden deep within their psyche.
I weirdly got into Midori Days. It's like one I've seen almost no anime ever, and I've watched the entirety of Midori Days. If people don't know what that is, it is
closer to the truth.
a dude wakes up with a girl for a hand.
Uncover what's hidden in reality and
That is the
dreams
premise.
to rescue Iris.
Go watch it. It's pretty good.
No Sleep for Konami Date from The Somnium Files launches
Poor
on the
Konami
Nintendo Switch
Date,
system
who needs
July
sleep
25th.
and isn't getting it. July 25th, that's pretty soon.
Unleash the supernatural.
Oh, I'll unleash the supernatural. Perhaps maybe with some more anime. I'm not seeing anything
Classic
supernatural yet.
Atlas action RPG returns with remastered HD graphics and enhanced gameplay. Set in the capital city in the year Taisho 20, Raido Kuzunoha makes his
I was
living
I
as
was
an
an
apprentice
everything
detective.
boy. So I
But
played Sega, I played
unbeknownst to
Nintendo.
others, he also
I
fights
had a
alongside
Nintendo, my
demons
friend had a
as a
Sega, so
devil
we just
summoner.
kind of like always
To protect
interacted.
the capital,
But eventually
Raido
we
must
each got
investigate a
our own
series
Sega
of
and Nintendo.
Supernatural cases. Fight in real-time battles
But man, life was
alongside
good
demons you
back then.
summon.
This game looks
Work
like
with your
every
demons
other
to
one of
strike
these
an
games.
enemy's weak point, then
I
follow
hate
up
doing
with
this
a
because it makes
powerful
me.
attack.
I know these games are
Cooperation
very
is
well
the key
done,
to victory.
but because the
You
Switch
can
can only
turn
handle
opposing demons
so many
into
graphics,
allies.
and yes, I phrased it that way
Demons
intentionally.
can also be useful outside of battle,
They all look like
and
this.
their powers are helpful in finding solutions.
Although I
during
appreciate kind of
investigations.
the fixed camera angle. That makes it look a little better.
Guide Raido through a series of strange
It's got a nice style to it. Yeah, yeah, it's all right. It's all right. Shin Megami Tensei always
as
brings
he
it.
uncovers a conspiracy that will shake the capital to its core. Raido Remastered: The Mystery of the Soulless Army.
With how
launches
many of
on
these
Nintendo
games that
Switch
come out on
June
the
19.
we're out of character
Pre-orders
again for a
begin
second. With
later
how, on
today
the Switch.
on Nintendo eShop.
Yeah, they're remastering a Psionic X,
Consume darkness.
which is true of most games on the Nintendo Switch these days.
With your
But we're not talking about Shin Megami Tensei from 2025. No, sir. This is the 90s we live in,
where you're greeted by a yellow orb known as Puck.
where Shin Megami Tensei, the
But who
original,
this
is a
spiritual
recent release.
stranger, moored in a mysterious,
I believe that was on the Super
world?
Nintendo,
Your battle for survival
which is
begins.
the console that's currently out and available.
As Puck guides you on your journey, you'll delve deeper into the expansive
This looks good.
world. By examining
This could
your
run on a Super
surroundings,
Nintendo, probably.
You can
Probably not.
phase shift and combine with Puck to explore areas you couldn't reach before.
Yes, this is Pac. Oh, is this the Pac? This is the Pac-Man. That's right.
But tread
This looks so
lightly.
good.
The creatures inhabiting this
I was really
world will
excited when they
prove
announced
hostile.
Dark Pac-Man.
When facing imposing enemies, you and Puck can temporarily fuse into the Gaia form to unleash powerful
This is
attacks.
so stupid that it just makes me happy. We're sitting
By
on this
consuming
Pac-Man
your
property,
prey,
guys.
You'll collect resources that can then be used to enhance your abilities.
That AVP arcade game you're talking about? Or was there a
Work to
console release
uncover
of that?
Puck's true goal.
But I know what you're talking
Empower
about. It's the beat 'em
enemies
up.
to survive this cruel world.
Pretty good.
Experience a dark twist on the iconic Pac-Man when Shadow Labyrinth launches on Nintendo Switch.
I love how it's a
July
Pac-Man
18th.
game and says nothing about. It's just called Shadow Labyrinth, which is the most generic title for a video game. It should be called Pac-Man
The
something.
rhythmic
Oh
march
my gosh, it's
begins.
Patapon, which is something that I've just invented because it's the
Remasters of
1990s.
Patapon and Patapon 2 are drumming onto Nintendo Switch as one bundle.
There it is.
Play your drum to the beat and give different commands. to
One
the
day I'm going to
Patapon
release a
army.
portable
For
PlayStation
example,
console. PlayStation, of course,
Patapon
just released the
advances them
original
forward.
PlayStation. And the portable
While
one
Pon Pon
is going to
Patapon
contain a game called
has them
Patapon,
attack.
and then there's going to be a sequel to that game. And then I'm going to release
String
it
together combos with good
on a
timing
Nintendo
with
platform
Patapon's
way in the
Enter Fever
future.
mode
And that's
get
what
a
you're
big
seeing
boost in
today,
power.
my thoughts manifested on screen. That's more believable than it being any year past 1999. Because right now it's 1999, and I think it might be the last year, because once the year turns to 2000, the computers are all going to blow up, and we're all going to die. Enjoy it while it lasts. Nintendo, Super Nintendo. It's not 1999 because the Nintendo 64 isn't out based on how I started the stream. So never mind, you've got a handful of years left.
Nintendo Switch, July 11th.
Yes,
Welcome
hi,
to
Psionic
Zephyr
Hex.
Town, a cozy
Any of this doing it
place
for you?
nestled in a
Shin Megami
windswept
Tensei did
valley.
it for you.
This is where your new life begins.
Oh, I forgot when I said here are all the games that Switch Direct show, I forgot like farming stuff.
First cropping up on the Nintendo DS system, this immersive farming and life
Nintendo
sim has
DS,
no
what does
shortage
that
of
mean?
activities to
Duh,
get up to.
Super Nintendo?
You must be the new farmer.
Because that's the only
Tend to your
Nintendo I'm
farm
aware of
while
other
growing
than
crops and caring for
the
animals.
Nintendo. Rinku loves farm
Then
sims.
sell
That
your produce
makes me
and
like
other
Riku even
wares at
more.
the town's weekly bazaar.
Well, you're in luck because the Switch, and by Switch, of course, I mean Super
Bazaar sales
Nintendo,
grow.
has all
You'll
of them.
help the once famous
Such as
market
Harvest Moon
regain its
and none
former
others, because
splendor.
that's the only one that's on the
You can also get to know
Nintendo
the
of
locals.
comma
I'd like
Super.
to spend more time with you.
And
The
maybe
Super
nurture a
Nintendo
relationship
Entertainment System,
if you
also known
find
as the
that
Super
special
Famicom,
someone.
if you're nasty.
Plus,
You're a dirty
taking
birdie.
advantage of Zephyr Town's windy conditions
But
can
this,
make
however,
travel and other tasks a breeze.
Doesn't look like it could run on the contemporary console, the Super Nintendo. So I'm not sure why they're
winds
trying to
of
lie to
change are
us.
coming, and your new life on
Because
the
we are
farm
sitting here
begins
watching
when
the Super Nintendo
Story
End of Life
Seasons Grand
announcement
Bazaar
stream.
launches on the Nintendo
Because
Switch
they said at
system
the start of this
August
they're announcing the
27th.
Nintendo 64 next week.
Please look forward to the latest entry in the Story of Seasons series.
Nintendo and the Pokemon Company, and I guess Game Freak as well, are sitting on
Next, please take a
all
look
of
at
the
this.
money by not re-releasing those Pokemon games. It seems impossible that they won't do that. Today, probably not, because that would seem too smart. But they're not going to do that. What is this? 3 dimensions. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. Never heard of it. I know what Metroid is. I know what Super Metroid is. I know what Metroid 2 is. I'm not sure what this Prime 4 Beyond garbage is. Get that off my screen. This must be a new movie from the makers of Toy Story. Contemporary movie release, Toy Story. That 3-dimensional movie blew everyone away. We don't have an Oscar for Best Animated Feature yet, I don't think, so...
With a colossal tree at its
Or do we? When did that come out? I don't remember.
in order to survive.
But this is in the running if there's one out there for it.
Unexpectedly transported to. Samus must scan
Out of
stone
character for a
figures
minute.
and other
I don't think I
relics
like
to
Metroid
carve a
Prime. I
path
tried playing the
forward.
remaster a year ago and I did not have a good time. So I might be one of those people. I'm sorry.
She's not alone though. Abhorrent alien
Although,
creatures. living
It's
in the
largely
jungle
because of
are waiting
some
to
of the design
strike.
decisions. I wonder if the later ones are better, but most people don't think that, so... I wonder if this will have motion controls. Probably not. Doesn't seem like they do that anymore, even though I kind of liked it.
As she explores the planet, Samus is granted mysterious.
I like that as an option. I don't know if I would always want it, but the
psychic abilities.
we did the Wii real rotten. That was cool.
These
Being able to
powers allow
aim with the
Samus
Wii.
to operate mechanisms.
Being able to move your
And
camera
open
or
doors.
your character and the aiming
They
reticle
also
outside
allow
of the
her to
camera
control
was
the
really
trajectory
cool.
of her beams with the power of her mind. But why were these powers bestowed?
The Wii gets a
on
bad rap,
Samus?
man. The Wii was cool. A lot of really good games on the Wii too. Back in character. What's a Wii? Other than what comes out of my pee-pee. Also a plural pronoun? Man, I really need to brush up on my English that I have an actual
What
college
will be
degree
her
in.
fate after being summoned to view
What the heck is wrong with me? Posture.
threads intertwining beyond space and time are beginning to weave a new tale.
Is it? The Wii was awesome and backwards compatible with the GameCube. Yes. I have my Wii still for that reason, actually. I did have a GameCube, and I'm like, well, I don't need this. I've got my Wii, baby. Remember when backwards compatible was just kind of like, there was a brief window there where that was just the thing.
It looks like even more challenges await Samus.
That was so cool. I miss those
We
days,
hope
man.
you're
You put
looking forward to
the disc in, it just works.
Samus's new psychic abilities.
No software updates. It's just like, nope, this is just gonna run
Okay,
on the thing that you
Let's
have.
move on to some more headlines.
That was cool. Of course, you can't run Nintendo Entertainment System games on your Super Nintendo Entertainment System.
Once
Different
upon a
cartridge
time,
slot.
there was a drab
So backwards
coffee
compatibility,
shop
what is that even? I don't know what that is. It's a
magical
concept
potion
I've never heard
cafe.
of.
As the newest potionista of the cursed
Yes.
cafe, you'll craft concoctions
Showing
for
Gaston
Disney
first
villains
is the right
and
answer,
get
because
to know
that
them
makes me
in a
want to
new
want.
light.
Oh, and Captain Hook.
Mix
All right, I'm in.
ingredients to brew all sorts of
I'm in.
strange elixirs.
I don't know what it
Then
is.
serve
I want to
them
hang out
your
with Gaston
villainous
and Captain Hook.
visitors, including Ursula and Gaston. With help from Yzma, you can upgrade your ingredients to produce some wildly wicked
Yzma
creations.
is not one that people care about. That's
Potions
Emperor's
you
New
make
Groove,
can
right? No one cares
influence
about
each
that. That movie isn't even out yet.
storylines, leading to
Gaston and
different
Captain Hook,
outcomes
however,
every
and the
time you play.
Maleficent
Who knows
and
what
Ursula, all
mischief
actual
might
villains
happen.
that are here
Disney
in the
Villains
90s. We
Cursed
are aware of
Cafe
them.
Launches on Nintendo Switch.
Don't know who
later
Yzma
today.
is, which is from Emperor's New Groove. Never heard of it.
Summon a spellbinding adventure.
Is there like a rekindling of Emperor's New Groove? I thought that was one of the lesser known ones that people didn't care about much.
Welcome to Witchbrook
Now we're
College,
talking.
where
This is Super
students strive
Nintendo.
to master the magical arts.
Honestly, this looks great, and
During
this is
class,
my
use
this is the
magic
game I'm most
circles to
interested in so
perform
far.
rituals, fly on brooms, and learn advanced techniques to go from witch in training to skilled
Let me do a quick
spellcaster.
Google search here. When did
There's also
Harry
plenty to do
Potter
outside
1
of
come
class.
out? The book, I
Hang out
mean.
with friends at their homes.
1997.
Take on
Sorry,
various
I don't know
jobs
what
to
this
help
is.
pay
This
for
is a
tuition.
unique concept.
Or use the spells
Completely
you've
new.
learned to craft and sell original items. Plus, up to
This
4
looks neat.
players can make magic together in online co-op.
You've got me with isometric 100% pixel.
Explore
Oh, this is
whimsical
gorgeous, man. I'm
world on
in.
the
What is
road
this
to
thing? This is
graduation
online?
and beyond. Are you ready for a spellbinding
Everyone
journey?
get in the Discord. We're starting a clan / guild in whatever,
Enrollment
in
begins
Witchbrook.
when Witchbrook
We're all going to be
flies onto
witches.
Nintendo Switch this holiday.
For the Super Nintendo, using its online adapter, which never happened, I don't think, so never mind.
Action,
Can't play it.
adventure,
It's
and
the
arcade
multi-tap.
games
The
await.
four
Set
Four
off on a
four controllers, they'll sit in the
fantastical
same
mission
room
to
together.
eliminate a mysterious deity. In this hand-drawn
Man, this looks
platforming
really
adventure,
good. Oh,
you'll
man.
explore an expansive archipelago where nightmares and wonder collide.
I'm in on
Upgrade
this.
your trusty cane with magical parts.
Oh,
then use
dude.
its abilities to find your own path through the enchanting world.
This looks a
Can
lot
you
like
uncover the
relatively
secrets
recent
the
release
archipelago holds?
DuckTales
Find out
for
when
the
Eternal
Nintendo
Life of
Entertainment
Goldman
System
launches on
and its
Nintendo
subsequent
Switch
sequel
this
also on
holiday.
the Nintendo Entertainment System.
Celebrate the 40th anniversary
now we're
of
talking.
Gradius with a collection of arcade
Gradius
shoot 'em up games
is a
from
game.
across the
I don't know why
series.
we're bringing it back out. It
Titles
just came out a
include
few years ago.
Gradius, Salamander, Light Force, Gradius 2, Gradius 3,
There was a scrolling shooter
and
called Thunder
Salamander
Spirits,
2.
I believe.
Some titles come with multiple versions, including ones from different regions and launch years.
And
Plus, take the helm in a
I loved
brand
that
new
game.
entry,
It was like my
Salamander
shooter,
3.
and no one ever talks about it. And that Thunder Spirits,
Gradius Origins
a contemporary
launches on the
release on the
Nintendo
Super
Switch system
Nintendo, by the
August
way.
7th. Pre-orders
I
begin
believe there's
later
also a
today
Sega
on
Genesis
Nintendo
version.
eShop.
No one ever
Battle to
talks
the
about
beat
Thunder
in
Spirits.
Rift of the Necro Dancer. Press the corresponding buttons in each lane to fight monsters in rhythm-based combat. Keep the cadence going with epic boss battles, quirky minigames.
We should call it Riff of the
remix
Necro
stages,
Dancer. I
and
bet you they had that
global
conversation.
leaderboards. Plus, more musical mayhem awaits in the Celeste Music Pack paid DLC.
Oh man, that's
Be
cool.
on the lookout for more DLC in the future.
Michiana, I am
Rift
looking
of the
forward to having
Necro
you there.
Dancer
You will be
launches
one of
on
maybe
Nintendo
2
Switch
women.
later today.
So get ready to see a whole
Let's
lot of,
see
I don't want to
what's
say
in
masculinity,
store.
that's giving us too much credit, but however you want to define that.
Welcome to Tamagotchi Plaza, a brand new
It
entry in
is,
the Tamagotchi
if you're not
Connection
familiar,
series.
out of character
There
again,
are
if you're not
stores
familiar with Crypt
galore.
of the Necro Dancer, which was a
Design
rhythmic
classes at the hardware
roguelike,
shop.
it is a spin-off of that
Polished
game
pearly
that is
whites
somewhat
soloed
Guitar
or with a
Hero
friend
adjacent, yes.
at the dentist. And arrange plates
Crypt
at
of the Necro
afternoon
Dancer is
tea
awesome.
shop.
I've never played Rift.
12 wonderful
The music in it
stores
is,
need your help.
baller. And then they just said Celeste
Provide
is
good
coming to
customer
that
service to
game,
get
so that's
high
cool.
ratings
In
and
terms of
upgrade
music,
your
Celeste
shop.
has really good music.
In doing so, you'll get to meet more Tamagotchi, making the
Tamagotchi!
town livelier than before. With over 100 new and classic Tamagotchi, business is sure
I always thought it
to
was
be
pronounced
booming.
Tamagotchi.
Get ready to set up shop when Tamagotchi Plaza launches on Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, Michiana,
June
so
27th.
I've been married since 2017, and we have 3 boys. So my wife is like, "Yep, I get it." She's also in the Discord. That's probably why she fits in there. Pokemon! Everyone's
Welcome to
losing it,
Pokemon
except for me,
Legends
who
ZA,
fell off of
a new
Pokemon
title
after
in the
Yellow.
Pokemon series. You'll begin your adventure by choosing one of 3 partner Pokemon.
I don't even know these Pokemon.
The setting
I mean,
is
I know
this
them because I've seen them
Metropolis.
before, but
It
I couldn't
also
name
appeared
them.
in the Pokemon X and Pokemon Y games.
Chikorita? Is that one of them?
City. To make it easier for people and Pokemon to coexist, a company named
Yeah, they figured it out with Yellow,
carrying
man.
out an
They really
urban
did.
Development plan.
That's
Here,
kind of
we'll get a glimpse
that's
into
why
the
kind of how I
lives
fell
of
off. I'm like,
Pokemon
man, all
and
the rest of
people
these are
Lumio City.
just like that one. And once you realize that the story isn't actually here, it's really not
Scattered
much of a
all
point
over
to keep
town
playing.
are wild zones.
Unless you're everyone other than
These
me, in
areas
which
are
case they
special
found reasons.
environments where wild Pokemon
Hey, there's
can live
Slowpoke. I know what
comfortably,
that
even
one is.
within the
That's
city.
Ekans. I know what that one is.
You can catch Pokemon here.
Never seen that one. There's something cool about the idea of a
they might be
3D
hostile.
action adventure
If you
Pokemon,
sense
though.
trouble,
That's cool.
Get to safety.
I don't know what any of those are.
There are Pokemon that
No
live
idea, no
outside
idea,
wild zones
no
too.
idea. How many
Some of
are
them
there
can
now?
Even be found on
There was
rooftops.
151 when I was Raichu. I knew that one.
Pokemon live easygoing lives
Oh,
in
I forgot.
Lumio
Onyx, I
City.
think that was. It was against
But
Slowpoke or Slowbro. I didn't see which.
When
I didn't see
night
its tail.
falls,
Uh-oh.
the city's aura transforms. Highly skilled trainers are
Is it
invited
Dying
to
Light
participate in the
Pokemon?
tournament. The
Persona
CA
Pokemon?
Royale.
It's gonna get dark, baby. These people are
Trainers
gonna
await
die.
in battle zones.
They're gonna have to shoot themselves in the head to summon their Pokemon.
If you're spotted, they'll challenge you to battle.
Dude. This actually looks pretty cool.
Strike first before being seen, and you'll land a surprise attack.
Dude.
During battles,
This
using a
actually looks
super
pretty cool.
effective move at the right moment is key.
But of course, it's only 1990 mid something, so Pokemon does not
With
exist.
Mega Evolution,
What the heck are you
some
even talking about,
Pokemon can power
Pokemon?
up
What is that?
even more.
What does the E stand for?
You'll start at rank Z and work your way up to rank A.
That says Y, announcer.
Trainers who
There's
reach
Zach.
the top
It's my boy.
are said to have a wish granted.
There's Yvonne. Does this not look like the best Pokemon game there's ever been ever? This looks awesome.
Day and night are two sides.
I'm weirdly excited about this. I've never cared about a Pokemon game since Yellow.
What will you find?
Or arguably Coliseum, which is a game I, once again, am envisioning for the future. Coliseum was not a good game either.
In Lumio City, where the game is set, the aura
Man, that looks
transforms
cool.
between day and night. It seems there are even more
Is Game Freak making that?
Please be on the lookout
I wasn't
for
paying
more
attention.
information
Well,
in the future.
Nintendo doesn't say who makes games, though,
Next,
either. They
please
don't even
take a
put their
look at
names in the
this.
credits.
Hello there.
Hi.
The game you're about to see
AI.
doesn't have a big, epic story,
Then I'm out.
but what it does have is lots of funny little rhythm games.
Nope, I'm out. Is this Rhythm Heaven?
You wanna see?
Kinda, yeah. If this is Rhythm Heaven, I take it back.
Just
That's
press
a
the button
testicle.
to jump through the ring.
Oh, the visuals of Coliseum were incredible. The game itself was
sounds
very, very
easy.
limited. It was just, you can battle Pokemon. And you could put your
But the timing
Pokemon
was
cartridge
super tricky.
into the controller. I don't remember
Maybe
how
you
it
could
worked.
try
There
it
was
in
you
time
could
to a
you
rhythm.
could import your Pokemon from the Game Boy game in it and battle in 3D, which was cool.
In this game, you might do almost anything, but you'll need to do it in rhythm.
You know, they said this doesn't have a big epic story, but I see like the faces on these things and that they're in a line and that they have to jump through hoops and that there are stars flying at them, and I can come up with a story. And I think there is one underneath the surface. I think you're just trying not to scare people. You're trying to tell me that no game is political, even though all games are political. You're trying to do the marketing nonsense. There are stories.
Get
These are
into the rhythm
stories.
with a brand new entry in the Rhythm Heaven series,
Rhythm Heaven is cool.
Rhythm Heaven Groove.
I've barely played any of them. I like them more in concept than I do in actual use.
That was
2026
Rhythm Heaven Groove,
on the
a brand new
the Super
entry in the
Nintendo.
Rhythm Heaven series.
What are you
It
doing?
includes lots of music produced by renowned Japanese musician Tsunku. What kinds of rhythms do you think you'll hear?
What
Well,
kind
hope
of
you're looking
rhythms do
forward
you
to it.
think we'll hear? I don't know. 4x4 time?
Next, we
Or
have
four
news
time- I don't know.
about the
I'm not a
use of
music
digital
person.
Games on your system. Please take a look.
Ugh. Yeah.
With game cards, you
Yeah.
can put a game featuring Mario in this Nintendo Switch system,
Yes, you can.
and a Legend of Zelda game in this one,
Yeah.
freely inserting the games you have on hand into any system you want.
Yeah.
But what if digital games could be as flexible and convenient as game cards? Well, here's what we came up with.
Nintendo catching up.
Introducing the Virtual Game Card.
You don't have to brand it.
In the future, virtual game cards can be used for digital games.
Can you sell virtual game cards? I supremely doubt it.
When purchasing the digital version of a game,
Gotcha, 70
it will be
bucks.
loaded onto your system as a virtual game card,
Okay.
allowing you to play that title.
Can you eject it?
Your digital games will be lined up as virtual game cards on a dedicated management screen. Here, you can load and eject your virtual game
I was about
cards
to give this
and
a lot of
manage
crap,
which
but this
games you
actually
can play on your
sounds
system.
kind of intuitive, and that's smart. Eject
If you
it
have
on the
two
first one?
Nintendo Switch systems, you can eject a virtual game
Ah,
card from
yes! That's so
and load
cool.
it onto the
I
second.
am a loser. I'm so excited
Now you
about
can play this
the,
game on the
the
second
verbiage
system
they're using.
wherever and whenever you want. Just as if you had inserted a physical game card.
It's not different. It's
With
just that
virtual
this
game
has
cards,
a
you can
name
freely
and
load
a
and
brand.
arrange which games
That's
you
that's
play
how it's
on the
different.
two
And it's
systems.
Nintendo, so everyone likes it better.
Local communication with your second system.
And it's gonna
is
cost a lot
required,
more
but
somehow.
only the first time.
And we're all going to be okay with that because it's Nintendo. And also, they're going to send me a cease and
You can also
desist and
lend out
destroy my
virtual game
dreams
cards
and
to your Nintendo account,
decades of
family
work.
group members.
and probably put me in
Connect to your
jail
family
or
group
sue me for
member
the
system via
for all
local
of the money I
wireless
ever
when you
make
want
for the
to
rest of
lend
my
a game.
life. But it's Nintendo, so it's
Choose the
okay. We
title
all
you're
love
lending.
Nintendo. In
And who you're lending it
1995.
to.
Yes. I don't know. It's kind of neat that they're branding it in a way that makes people that don't understand DRM,
You can only land
right?
one
That's
game at a
something.
time to
That's
a
kind of the
particular
Nintendo
person.
touch, is that they
Games can be
add
lent out for 2 weeks,
visual
after which they will
cues and
automatically return
analogs
to
that
you.
just make sense to people.
Making digital games even
A file
easier
is scary to
use.
people. A
Virtual
digital
game
card. Now we're talking. That's something that people can understand.
The virtual game card
A license?
feature lets
Get
you
that outta
swap
here.
games between Nintendo Switch systems, as
A
well as
digital
to Nintendo
cartridge?
Switch 2 systems.
Heck yes.
This feature
I know
is
it's not a
planned to be
cartridge,
added
it's a
via
card,
system
but
update in late
For the
April.
sake of my argument here.
Let's take a look at more Nintendo Switch
Wait,
games.
was there an asterisk that said it's 14 days? Did they sneak that in there? Or did they say it out loud? They said it out loud, I'm impressed. There's no way they did that. That High on Life actually looks pretty good if that's actual... If that's the actual port, actual gameplay of the port, that doesn't look bad. Dear Villagers, not familiar. Also looks pretty good though. More farming. They just snuck it right in there after everyone was super excited about the the DRM. Everyone's gonna be really happy about it. This looks unbelievable. I want this so bad. What was the name of that? Crap, someone tell me. That looks so good, whatever that was. This also looks really good up until that part. The frame rate is about 4 on that one. King of Meat? That wasn't what that was. No, the 4-player dungeon crawler looking
Uncover
thing.
history once more.
I'll have to go back and look after this.
An HD remaster of Saga Frontier
Here you
2
go.
is venturing
I
onto
hate the Saga
Nintendo
games, so
Switch.
never mind.
Meet Gustav, the Royal Heir, and Will, the Explorer. Two heroes.
Yep, this is
whose
what I remember
fates and
about Saga.
legacies will intertwine across generations.
Mother,
in this
with 3
epic
R's at the end there,
RPG.
I'm out, man. Holy crap, I couldn't be more out. It's got a neat art style, though. That
Experience
looks
the
pretty good.
original story, along
When
with
was the
brand
first
new
Saga
events that
game?
expand the vibrant world
When
of Sondale.
was the first Saga game?
Plus,
1989, so contemporary video game series Saga is having
and transfer stats
a
to
new
allies
release.
through the parameter inheritance system.
You Did It Man. King of Meat. Wait,
After finishing the main story,
I didn't even
you
know
can
that was You
test
Did
your
It Man
level
because
in
he
mud
didn't say
against
2,
even more
so now I'm
powerful
confused
bosses.
and frightened.
What histories will you uncover?
A little
through the
aroused?
ages?
I'll have to work through that one.
Saga Frontier 2 Remastered
Understand what's going on
launches
there.
on Nintendo Switch later today.
Today, oh yes! I can't wait to play a game I don't want to play
Adventures
today!
await.
On the Super Nintendo because it's
Embark on
1995.
Peaceful journeys across this series of beautiful puzzle games. Wander through
People like these things.
isometric
I never
worlds
touched them.
Filled with stunning
But I remember them
landscapes to
coming out
manipulate, optical
on phones of
illusions
all
to
things.
discover, and
Remember
mystifying
phones? No one has them
secrets to
anymore.
unfold. In Monument Valley,
In 1995,
lead the
our
silent
phones
Princess Ida
are stuck
her
in the
quest
walls.
for
We can't do anything
forgiveness
about it.
while outsmarting the enigmatic
Some people
crow
have car
people.
phones. I'm not even sure how those
A
work.
different journey awaits in
Unless you got those
Monument
big brick
Valley
phones,
too.
you just like pull
Guide
out.
Roe
Not
and her
ignore this.
adventure
This isn't
through
anything.
motherhood
You just like
as
pull out
she
the
and her
antenna and
child
it's like
unlock
huge, and you
the
hold it up.
secrets of
Yeah.
the sacred geometry. Both games contain all their additional chapters, add-ons, and DLC.
You don't
The
say.
first two
I don't know
Monument
what
Valley
DLC
games
is.
launch on Nintendo Switch,
The
April
last
15th.
corn
Pre-orders
cob?
begin later today on Nintendo
There are
eShop.
more words in the English
And
language that start with D
help
than
Nua
duh.
on her
And duh is
journey
not
to
even a word,
restore
Randy, so
the
I don't know why you
world's
keep
life
doing that.
In Monument Valley 3.
Second
setting
initialism that I
sail
said,
on Nintendo
duh,
Switch this summer.
where there was a D. Did that say Monument Valley 3? Good for them. Yes, golf, I'm in! I'm out. It's anime.
A brand new entry in
Yes!
the Everybody's Golf series is driving onto Nintendo Switch.
Contemporary release Hot Shots.
Aim, time your button press
But this doesn't look nearly
just
as good as
right,
Hot Shots 2.
And take your shot.
Nice shot.
If you want to watch Randy play a Hot Shots game, might I recommend going to youtube.com/RandyFuhardi and watching Randy play Hot Shots Golf 2 for the PlayStation, current contemporary console. The game, however, not contemporary, not released yet, because that was released in 2000. So we don't even know what that is.
In Wacky Golf,
But let's pretend for a second that Randy Fluharty played a game called Hot Shots 2 on YouTube/Twitch. And if you wanted to watch it, you can head on over to youtube.com/Randy Fluharty. Subscribe there and watch for the nonsense. I also played contemporary release, I believe, I don't remember when it came out, Project Overkill, which is everyone's favorite game. Everybody's golf, everybody's favorite game, Project Overkill. I love Hot Shots Golf 2. I haven't played any of the other ones, so I'm gonna assume that's good.
Some of Marvel's greatest superheroes
Oh, Wolverine in the orange.
Pair up 2 heroes from the roster of 15.
Okay, okay, you got me. I'm already buying this. I'm immediately going to text my friends, and by text I mean send an AOL message to my friends.
You can mix and match a variety of heroes for an amazing array of possibilities.
Immediately.
And swap between your team of 2.
I'm actually going to do it in the Discord server.
Take advantage of your team's strengths to overwhelm your foes. Plus,
and by Discord server, I of course mean the word Discord, which I don't actually remember what the definition is.
The battle for the fate of the
Define
Marvel Universe
Discord.
begins when
Disagreement
Marvel
between people.
Cosmic
Yes, we
Invasion
all
launches
disagree.
on the Nintendo Switch system this holiday.
That was Marvel Cosmic Invasion, where you'll battle as a tag team of different superheroes. Next is our last game announcement.
Did it. Last game announcement. This was a really short stream. All right. Let's see what we got here. More anime. This looks like Animal Crossing, maybe? Oh, someone farted. That's messed up. This is not Animal Crossing. I don't know what this is.
How refreshing.
Yeah, you put just about anything in beat 'em up form, and I'm gonna like it. Because it is 1995, beat 'em ups are hot. Lots of those Ninja Turtles and the Streets of Rages.
Tomodachi Life. Living the dream.
I was really racking my brain for the name of that thing, and I could not get there. Could not get there, but it got into my face. They put it in my face, and now it's there. Oh, depth perception illusion. Will I play? I could play some Metal Slug games, sure. If you want to request it in the server, Psionic Hex, go for it.
That was
And by
Tomodachi
server,
Life,
of course, I
Living the
mean
Dream, the first new
the
entry in the series in over 10 years.
IRC server
In the trailer,
chat.
we saw me characters living on an
AOL
island
chat
out at
room
sea.
dedicated
What kinds
to
of
me.
interactions do you think they'll have? We hope you're looking forward to it.
Little Flu 69.
Thank you for watching today's
XX
Nintendo
420.
Direct so far.
I don't think 420 was the thing in 1995. When
Our final
did the
announcement
concept
is something a
of
little different that's
420
not a game.
come about?
Here's Mr. Miyamoto to introduce
1971. That's just bullcrap. No one was talking about 420 in the 90s. Miyamoto, you're aging. No.
Since 2011, Nintendo Direct has delivered Nintendo news.
You look really rough considering it's 1995 and you're in your 50s.
These presentations have grown into an event that many people watch.
40s?
Thank you all very much. We'll continue to broadcast Nintendo Direct presentations, but we're also launching a new channel based on the concept of delivering information
What are
to
we
you
talking about?
directly.
Miyamoto age.
This is a smart device app called Nintendo Today.
Miyamoto is 43-ish as of the
which
time of
functions
this
like a daily
stream
calendar.
that
In the
is taking
app,
place in
you view different
1995.
Nintendo events. We will also be delivering all sorts of content about Nintendo games and characters every day. After the Nintendo Direct for Nintendo Switch 2 on April 2nd, news about Nintendo Switch 2 will be delivered to you daily and directly through the Nintendo Today
But not
app as well.
exclusively? I'm waiting for that word to come
Nintendo
out.
Today will be available to download on smart devices later today.
I am dying for Nintendo to say,
Anyone with a Nintendo
screw you all,
account can
you
use
have
the
to have this
so
app
please
to
try
see
it out.
anything. You want to watch Nintendo
That's all I
Direct, you
have
better
to share.
download that app, baby.
I hope you enjoy using Nintendo Today.
I won't. I won't use it at all. It's not that I won't enjoy it, I just won't do it. I appreciate your offer,
That's all.
I
for today's
respectfully
Nintendo
decline,
Direct.
and I
Thank you
I
for
wish
watching.
you success in your future endeavors, such as suing everyone and their pants. Well, that was fun. Honestly, the thing that got me most was that weird Pokemon game. I think off the top of my head, there was also that Witches game that kind of looked pretty cool, and then there was a brief glimpse of some kind of dungeon crawler that I thought looked cool. I'm gonna go back and look for that real quick while I am talking and you're looking at my beautiful, beautiful face. Ungroomed face. I gotta get rid of that nonsense. Gotta trim these down a little bit here. What was that called? Why does everyone keep saying King of Meat? There's no way that's what it was called. It was called King of Meat. Oh my god, you did it, man. I'm sorry. I apologize. I called you out. That is what it was called, King of Meat. That looked cool. Is that coming out on something that I'll actually play it on? King of Meat. And there's a dungeon creation mode. I am in, and it's on Steam, so screw all that stuff. I'm just going to add it to my wish list now. And by that, I mean I'm going to add it to my brain, because it is 1995. And there are no wish lists. That's just a concept that I created right now. And I hope everyone enjoyed watching somehow through the magic of, I guess, telepathy. I am giving this to you because this technology doesn't exist yet. It's 1995-ish. I hope everyone, Zapper Lars, once again, keeping the peace with his occupation, but also showing up right at the end of the stream. And there's no game in front of me to keep this going today. So I am, unfortunately, going to wrap it up. I apologize. Yes, that's really good. Here, let me get back to the thing so you guys can see what you're saying. That's the wrong one. There you go. Yeah, so a week from yesterday, April 2nd, they're announcing, I'm going to say something in character first. They're announcing the successor to the Super Nintendo, I believe, called the Nintendo 64, based on its 64 bits capability, even though I think that's misleading. I don't think it's actually capable of doing that. Out of character, they're announcing the Switch 2 next week. I'm going to stream that as well, so I hope everyone watching this tunes in then. So, yeah. If you haven't done so, do all the algorithm stuff, hit all the buttons, join the Discord server, tinyurl.com/randy-discord. I'm going to find ways for people to financially support me nowadays, because people have been asking me about that, and that's not a bad idea. I just hate asking for money, but at the end of the day, like, if you need me to keep doing this, then that's what's going to have to happen. Anyway, I love you all to the extent that I can love complete strangers on the internet. I'll see you next time, which is to say tomorrow for Digimon.